Peace is where you are. Joy is where you are. And love is who you are. Woo. Wanna be where. Woo.
Hey, y'all, listen up. I know you like this tune already. I wrote it for a special person. My family, my big cuz, Pastor Lamar Scales. Come on, man, sing it.
He is sweeter than the day before. I'm learning to love him more and more.
Thank you, Sean. He's so sweet, sweet as can be. He gave his life for you and me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Once was blind, but now I see. Oh, the day before. Learning to love him, yeah. More and more. I tell you, he's sweet, yeah. Than the day before. Learning to love him, yeah. More and more. Sean, come on, sing this verse for me.
Now I should have been dead, sleeping in my grave.
Sing, boy.
But as you can see, God made a way.
Yeah.
He's been so good to me. If I got a witness, then have me sing. Hey, hey.
I didn't tell you to do all that.
Lord, I'm learning. Yeah. Lord, have mercy, yeah. If my daddy wasn't living, say it's sweeter. Good girl. Lamar, I think I need to turn this over to you, man.
Give me my mic back.
Oh, I'm learning, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on, cuz.
You're too kind. So many people doubt him, yeah.
But I can't live without him, no.
That is why I love him so.
Love it 'cause it's real. Sweet as he can be. Oh, you don't mind if I tell you about, oh my God. Come on, Lamar.
Sean, I've tried sugar, Splenda, and sweet and low.
Sweet and low.
But there's nobody sweeter
Come on, son, say that.
than this Jesus I know.
Ooh, yeah.
Fellas, help me say.
Sweeter.
Oh, I love my wife,
Ooh, yeah.
but she's not sweeter than Jesus. Come on, Sean.
No.
Say it, boy. Oh,
You done tried, my God. But if you did, you would do
Wait a
just
minute,
like
Sean.
your mom. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
let me hear you say it. Say it.
I like that, man.
All right, well, we are live right here at KAZ Radio Cleveland's online inspiration station with one of the hottest shows online every single Sunday at 3. None other than What's Going On with Lady D and Sir John. How you doing, Lady D?
Well, I should say fair to Midland since Sir John is running a little behind, huh?
Fair to Midland.
I'm going to be fair to Midland today.
Okay.
Because he's running behind, but that's okay. It was his birthday week, shall I say.
Birthday week.
Birthday week, because the
Oh,
brother
my
had to take
goodness.
off Thursday and Friday, and of course, he got the weekend, and of course, he's supposed to
Right.
show up today, and he still think
He's still partying.
he's still partying. Lord have mercy, I tell you.
Wow.
Yes, indeed, but that's quite all right. You have to enjoy it while you can, I guess. So how are you doing today?
I am doing great, absolutely fabulicious, and I know today's show is going to be, basically just topics about what's going on here locally and around the world. And it's funny because I just get logged on
Okay.
to a website. And it's sort of funny because it says it's just talking about Mother Jones.
Oh, wow.
Mother
Jones. I ain't heard that one in a long time.
Really?
Yes, but Mother Jones been around for a long time, though.
A long time.
Yes.
Wow. And I don't know much about Mother Jones, but I know it has something to do with black folk, from what I understand. And I guess I want to look a little bit more into that before I make any comments on it. But I just typed in black news,
Okay.
and the first thing that popped up was Mother Jones.
Oh, okay.
That's something that I think we're going to
have to check out. Yeah.
And look into. So what's been going on with you? What's been happening? I know you guys got a new website coming up.
Yes.
I know you guys have a lot of different guests coming on throughout the next few weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you share a little bit with our audience?
Okay, well, next Sunday we're going to have Purnell Funeral Home. Mr. Purnell, he's going to be one of our guests next Sunday. And, he's going to talk about the funeral business, but also he's been doing something really special in the community with our youth, our young adults. So I'm going to save that little bit and let him share that. And so that's going to be great. Also, I have another young lady who's going to be coming on, a book author, telling her story. There are so many stories, everyone, and each and every one of us, we have a life story that could be shared and told.
Right.
But I see more and more of our young people are getting out here sharing their stories, their life stories. And some of these stories are so mind-blowing. And it's going to be really hot to hear what she has to say. I had a chance to meet her. I had to go meet her after reading a few of her little excerpts. And I was like, I can't wait till the Sunday you come on. Can I please come and see you face to face?
Before you come on.
Before the show. And so I did. I went and met her a couple of Sundays ago. And she shared her story with me. And she left me in one of these
moments.
Yes, I couldn't believe, I know you hear about things happening to how children are, born and come into the world, but you would never, to look at her, you would never perceive that this young lady has went through so much, and she has truly stood the test of time, So
and
it's awesome.
What's her name?
Oh dear, Tamika, I think her name is Tamika.
Okay, Tamika.
Tamika's going to be coming on. Yes, Tamika. In fact, I'm going to meet Tamika when I leave here because she wants me to do a commercial for her book and her event that's coming out. Yes.
Great.
Yes, so that's going to be nice. So one thing about this show, what's going on, is that we want to give the exposure and let Northeast Ohio see what's all going on. We've got some talented people here. We have
we do.
A lot of events that's going on. I love this summer because I see we're having more outdoor events that's free. Where the families and the community can come and enjoy being outdoors with their cheers and, lay back, listening to music. They're having a lot of concerts. And I was coming into the station and I see one of the congressmen, he's going to be doing an African walkathon.
Oh, wow.
Coming up. So that's, I saw it on the big billboard. It's August 26th.
Okay.
Yes, and so we've just got a lot of events going on, and I'm really loving this here in Cleveland, seeing that we're being open to giving our people something to come to.
And I was I talked to a guy today who was telling me that he thinks Cleveland is probably one of the greatest cities around. Coming from San Francisco, California, LA.
Wow.
They said, "Why are you going to Cleveland?" Man, when he got here, he said Cleveland is just fabulous. I mean, he just really, really enjoyed Cleveland. He didn't know about our beaches. The downtown is popping. I mean, we're a city that actually has a beautiful beach line.
Yes.
Beach shore.
Did you see what they did over here? What is the Edgewater Park?
Right.
That is so sharp. I was leaving the station and they got this big old deck up there like a patio deck. What do you want to call it? And everybody was up there just having a good time.
Yeah.
And then it overlooks the water and the beach. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, you really can have a good time here in our city.
Oh yeah.
You can go out here and really have a good time in our city.
Even coming down Marginal Road, I see families are now out right with their bikes.
Yes.
And the little ones.
Right. Well, there's a bike thing.
There's a
going
bike
on.
trail.
Yeah. There's this bike-a-thon thing. They're doing
Oh, okay. Is that what
today.
they're getting ready
and
for?
I tell you, it got me upset because they locked up my Sherway for half a morning.
Yes.
And I couldn't get around with the lakes are all blocked up, but
Okay.
I know it was for a good cause. I know it was for families, and I know that my man John's gonna sit in that center chair for me.
Oh,
seeing
yeah,
how,
since
since he got here late.
Yes, and he's got to be in the hot seat today.
The birthday boy.
Yes.
Here he is, folks.
Well,
and
folks,
guess what?
I'm more than fair to Millen.
Oh,
no.
and you don't get to use that one because
Yeah,
he
we've
asked
already-
me, and I said, I think I'm doing fair to Midland.
Right. We've
since
already used
John
fair
is
to
not
Midland,
here.
John, so you can't use fair
Well,
to Midland.
that's what I was saying. I'm not going to use it.
Oh, okay,
I am
okay.
fantastic today.
Ooh.
I am great.
Oh, man.
Great. That's only what I used to say.
All right. Great. So what makes the day so great for you, John?
It's been a good birthday. Very
Okay.
relaxing and easy. And
So what day was your birthday?
it was actually Thursday.
Okay, because my son's birthday was Friday.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
So the 20th, and that's why me and you get along so well,
There you
John.
go. There you go.
Because you guys are the same whatever birthday.
What is it? Leo?
Cancer.
Cancer. Okay.
Cancer.
Okay.
Today's the last day. Today's the 23rd.
Oh, okay, because I know this Friday, the 28th, is my brother's birthday, and then
Okay.
the 27th is my other brother's birthday. How about
Okay.
that? Yeah. Yeah. So
Great,
what did you
great.
do good on your birthday?
We went and ate.
That's always good. Food
That
is
was
good.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to this fish place, the restaurant in Rocky River that's just up the street from us. And
Okay.
we never been there.
What's the name of it? Because we were just talking
Actually,
about
I
all
can't
these
remember.
wonderful places that we have here in Cleveland.
I can't remember.
You can't remember.
I
Was the
just know
food
where
good?
that- Yes, it was.
Okay.
The food was good. It really, really was good. It's like Red Lobster on steroids. This place.
Okay.
Anything aquatic, I guess you can eat.
Okay.
You know, the chef is a young guy, young American guy.
Oh, really?
good.
Okay.
Knows his business.
Cool.
So, and then we went to see a movie, Valorant,
Okay. How was that?
3D. That was fun. I read the book when I was a kid. It was
Okay.
one of the books I enjoyed when I was younger. So I was always looking forward. I kept on saying when I was little, they should make a movie out of this.
Where was it playing at?
We went and saw it at the Ridge Road AMC.
Okay. Okay. Because I was at work Saturday.
You know, the fancy dancy one with the
lane. Oh, I love those theaters. That's another cool thing that we have here in Cleveland and the Northeast Ohio area. Our movie theaters have really upped their game.
Yeah.
It's like you're sitting at home and your big old
Maybe
lean
too much
back.
because people were all leaned back. I'm like, you try to go to the bathroom in this theater, and you're going to have some problems.
Yeah, talking about move your seat up. No. But you can lean back. It's just so nice, big, comfortable leather
Yeah.
chairs. I love going to the movies.
I'm still not used to that part.
I enjoy it.
Because
That's
she
what I
always
go
says
for.
to me, like, why come you never lean the seat back? And I'm like, because it makes me feel like I'm at home.
Yeah, you can
No,
scoot
I don't wanna
back
get
and
too
your feet come
comfortable.
out. You know? Yeah, that's a great way to watch a flick, especially when it's a good one. And then if you're with your date, you want to sit a little closer. Both of you guys can be comfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
fun. It was
Yeah.
fun. Yesterday, we played cards all day, pretty much.
Okay,
Continue our great battles since we first met.
okay, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool. Yeah.
I'm catching up.
You're catching up. Well, here's another thing that we're getting ready to be looking forward to is the big yellow bus. Will be back out on the road soon because back to school
That's right. That's
is
right.
coming up, and everyone is doing their school drives. I know at work we're doing ours.
Right.
So people, please support the back to school drive. It's very important because our students, our kids need supplies. And I know one time there was teachers in some schools, they would take money out of their own pocket because the classroom, they would be short on different things they
Right.
need. So please, you know,
Or
even
look
if,
at even up, you know, those things that those crowdfunding places. You have teachers that got things on there. I mean, your area,
right,
you know, requesting, you know, notebooks and things like that.
right. Because I know we're collecting the crayons, the notebook, well, not the notebooks, but the crayons and the color pencils and markers, glue guns, and scissors. Scissors are so important. They need those scissors. So,
Scissors?
yes, scissors.
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 Saws. Quite all right, but you
Right,
know
right.
what I mean.
Right. Well, you know,
Yes.
speaking of restaurants,
Uh-huh.
did you know Margaritaville
Yeah.
opened up in the Flats?
Yes, yeah.
Really?
We were gonna go to that.
Okay.
But decided to do the Edge. Oh, that was again the celebration of Edgewater.
Was that the fireworks? Because a friend of mine
Yeah,
was telling me,
yes.
was that last night?
Yeah.
Because he was like, hey, Dee, let's go and
Food
check
trucks.
out.
It was
Yeah.
nice.
Was it nice?
It was nice. I like that amphitheater. I'm kind of like amazed about that. That changed that whole park.
We were just talking about the look.
Oh, they put an amphitheater down there?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
It changed. Yeah, it changed.
So then now they have a stage to actually go on
Yeah,
concerts.
they got
Oh, how
stage.
cool
They
is
can do
that?
concerts. I mean, yeah, they did a good job.
Wow.
Wow, talking about we're
It
not
really
a
opened
mistake
up
on the
that
lake
whole
no more.
space. Right, it really opened it up. I mean,
Wow.
there's so more. It made it more venues here downtown Cleveland. I think
Right.
you know.
Laying it out, man.
That's awesome.
Because, you know, one of the things that I always wanted to see is our lakefront be developed.
Yeah.
Develop that thing, because any lakefront is a money maker.
Yes,
Any
yes.
lakefront is a money maker.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Chicago.
Mhm.
I can't wait for us to get a big Ferris wheel and
Ooh.
amusement park
Or
kind of
do a
Yeah.
Navy Pier
thing on our
thing.
lake, a Navy Pier kind of thing.
That would be
Man,
so slick.
That'd take.
Because
That
you
would
know,
be
in
fun.
Georgia, downtown Georgia, they have a big giant Ferris wheel sitting out there.
Oh wow.
And it goes, you can ride this thing all night, if I'm not mistaken. In Atlanta. Yeah, and my daughter and them, I'm like, I called her last night, I'm like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing?
On the
She
Ferris
said,
wheel?
Mommy, we don't go to sleep. Our city doesn't sleep like Cleveland. We have places to go
Well,
to
we got so
and
much
things to
lakefront
do.
though. That's the thing, you know, Cleveland. Everybody's pretty much built up their lakefront, and we really haven't built it up
Yeah.
to, you know, the capability it can be. And we got so much space, which will allow us so much to do, you know, and really catch up to everybody, but put things in there that our competitor cities
Mm-hmm.
don't have.
And you know, another nice thing I really like is our food trucks.
Oh yeah. Oh, they had food trucks there.
Yes,
Every
I
food
love
truck
it. I
was.
love it.
I mean, it was like you could eat. It was like a taste of Cleveland kind of
Wow.
thing.
Yeah, because
Without
you got all
being a
of that.
taste of Cleveland.
Right.
You know.
Right.
That is cool because I know where we work at, the food trucks are there on the corner. Every day you get a different food truck. So if you want something different,
Right.
and then, you know, like over but Rockside, they are advertised. They'll have food trucks over there. It's just really nice to see and be able to taste something different for lunch.
Yeah.
You know, and also support the young, the
Local.
entrepreneurs or local people here in town
Local
that are
businesses.
wanting to do things.
Right.
Now,
You
there's
know?
another restaurant
Yes.
on Detroit Avenue called Boiler 65.
I haven't been there. I drove past that. I
Is
was
that
wondering what it was.
Seafood.
Because it sounds like seafood.
Let me tell you how they do it, girl. Let me tell you how they do it.
Tell
Is
me.
that good?
They put all your seafood, if you have shrimp or lobster or whatever,
Yes.
into a bag. And then you choose the level of kind of sauce you want
Okay.
and the level of heat you want.
Yes.
And then you choose your protein, your sauce, the level of the sauce. Then you say what kind of vegetables you want. You want potatoes or corn or what have you in the bag.
Okay.
Like a Cajun kind of thing.
And they cook it. And then they bring it out in the bag.
Oh, how cool
And
is
you
that?
eat out of the bag. Let me tell you. First time I had it, I fell in love with it. Second time, I ordered it to go. I just wanted some vegetables.
Right.
Because I'm sort of laying off the meat.
Right.
But I'm eating fish and stuff.
Mhm.
I put those vegetables. They cooked those vegetables in that bag, man. I was a glutton.
They cooked the vegetables in the
bag.
bag.
You didn't need nothing. Those potatoes were just perfect.
Wow.
Boiled perfectly. The corn was perfect. And it's just really good. So if you're looking for some good seafood
Which I love.
We
in
need
a bag,
to we need to get them as a guest
and
and bring
it's
some of that
owned
stuff in
by
here.
a brother.
Oh, yeah.
It's on, yeah, it is on Detroit.
Yeah, it's on Detroit.
What's the name of it again?
Boiler 65.
Boilers, we coming after you.
It's at 64th in Detroit.
Yeah. Right up
64th in
here.
Detroit.
Right.
Wow. Okay,
Right.
well, we got to have them come on and bring some of that
Absolutely.
wonderful food. So I'm
Absolutely.
going to reach out
Yeah,
to them
reach
next
out,
week.
definitely,
Yes,
definitely.
yes, because that's
I
what
gotta
we
go
need.
in there.
We need a
Oh, yeah.
variety. I'm
Oh,
hungry
yeah.
now. You
I
done
gotta
made
go
me
in. Right,
hungry.
you just did. Look, I
You know,
love
and
that.
I love
Yeah.
seafood.
Cooking, and I
Me
like
too.
that way, that Cajun thing.
Oh,
Put it
yeah.
all together.
Yes, yes.
And you can choose a degree, of heat that you want the spices.
What?
The first time I choose a mild, which was good. The other day, because I just didn't want any spiciness, I just chose the buttery type
Right.
flavor.
Uh-huh.
They called it baby. It was really good stuff. So definitely, folks, go check out Boiler 65
Wow.
in Detroit.
That is
so
awesome.
much. And then yesterday, my aunt and I, I took her to breakfast. We tried to get in Lucky's in Tremont, but that was packed. So we ended up going to Latitude, and the food was pretty good. That's on Detroit also.
Right.
Okay, okay.
I mean, our city is the bomb.
Well, you know what? I was listening to
It is, actually.
Chicken and Waffles.
Yes.
Downtown, Chicken and Waffles is now having jazz live entertainment
Wow.
at the restaurant. And if you order so much, they give you free champagne, So I think
Wow.
that's a perk. So
Chicken, waffles,
Chicken
and
and Waffles.
champagne.
And in fact, one of my organizations, I believe it's coming this Monday, the 31st. They're going to be there. So I think
Okay.
I'm going to go just for the experience,
All right.
know? Because I know it's our end of the
Get some
month.
chicken and waffles and some champagne.
Yeah, some chicken and waffles and some champagne. You should come, John. Let's leave work early.
Okay.
Okay, and let's go check
Let's
them
leave
out
work.
too. Yes. So
I wouldn't mind.
let's talk about our sports. What's up with the Cleveland Indians?
I think just new people. I think and then our manager, he's been going through health issues too. A lot of stuff, just not clicking as they were. Because usually after the All-Star break, we take off, and it seemed like we hit a plateau.
Okay.
So I just think
Well, they had a great game. Yes, I mean they
yesterday they did.
past two games.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. I heard this rumor, and I was half asleep last night. But someone told me that they heard that Kyrie Irving was talking about leaving the Cavaliers.
Yeah, it's been.
What's
It
up with
sounds
that?
like it seems like I don't know.
I'm gonna have to dig a little further.
I don't
and-
know.
'Cause
Yeah,
Cleveland loves Kyrie. What's up, Kyrie?
we
Come
love LeBron more.
on our station. We need to get Kyrie on here too, and let's talk about what's going on.
I mean, I'm not a big Kyrie Irving fan.
Well, I like Kyrie.
I do too.
I like the whole team. So we need all our players here.
Yeah, I guess he's just
Are we trading anybody? Are
Being
we
a-
getting anyone
going
new
through that
coming
star
in?
issue kind of things that some
Is
people
that what
I
it
think
is?
go through.
Oh,
Yeah.
fame, ego,
Yeah, little ego thing.
male ego. Okay.
Well, matter of fact, right here it says Kyrie Irving trade package Cavs should explore, and so yes, they are looking to let him go. Apparently, Kyrie Irving is tired of winning championships, qualifying for a supermax contract, and scoring 25 points per game alongside one of the greatest players of all time. He'd rather play for the New York Knicks. Seriously?
Are you serious?
Seriously?
Oh man.
So, yeah.
He's looking at the market
He's looking at the market. He's getting ready to bounce.
because this is LeBron's market.
Okay.
Yeah, and Kyrie was one of those guys who, in the beginning, when Coach Lue came on, he had to put Kyrie in check.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
He had to let him know that, look, no superstars here. You're going to play what I want you to play, how I want you to play it. This is your position. Kyrie didn't want the position. He wanted to be a LeBron.
Okay.
But Kyrie, you're not a LeBron.
There's only one LB.
You're not a LeBron.
Well, if we get
You're a
Carmelo,
Kyrie.
if they explore that and we get Carmelo, I'm good with that.
Oh yeah. But I would rather have Kyrie and Carmelo.
Carmelo, I
yeah,
would too.
what
You
a
know, I think that's the way to go. You know, but these
That's
guys
the
and
way
their
I think.
egos.
Sometimes gets in the way, you know. My wife, she's not so much a big sports person, except for football, you know, when her son was playing and stuff like that. But she started watching Last Chance U on Netflix, and I decided to watch it with her because she was
Okay.
talking about it so much. And you know, it's the place where kids to get themselves in trouble, and this is their way back
Right,
to some of
right.
them to Division One. Watching that, I realized it was the egos that got in the way. A lot of those kids who, like
Sure.
the one guy from Alabama.
Sure.
How do you mess that up? You were starting as a freshman. You're on this straight line to the NFL. And to hear him say that it was his ego that got in the way, and really, he buckled down. He was one of the few on there who say, hey, you know, I have to get my ducks in a row. And then watch another kid who was from West Texas. Brilliant. The only one in the whole group that didn't have problems with schoolwork.
Okay.
I mean, just doing stuff like this, osmosis.
Okay.
But yet he got in trouble there for burglary.
Oh wow.
You know, and it's like, how did this brilliant mind do something so stupid? And he was the start, you know.
Right.
You're like, what caused that? And he's still having the issue. I saw ego issues.
Well, you know what? That's where a mentor, and everyone needs a mentor. A mentor needs to be in place when you're going through.
To tell you this.
Right. To keep you in check, keep you in line, to guide you.
Right.
Because if I understand,
Go focus.
LeBron had a mentor.
Yeah.
And without that mentor, I believe, you know, this is why LeBron is where he is today. And he has not let can't say his ego probably, I'm quite sure he's had those moments.
He
But
knows how
he's
to
able
be
to
appropriate.
pull it back and get
Right.
it back in line and stay focused.
Right.
You know, and that's a very important thing about staying focused.
And see, you know, one thing that we have to realize, these guys are kids.
Yeah.
Kyrie's 25 years old.
Still a
Yes.
young man.
Yeah.
Very young.
What? You know,
And he's a
25-year-old
multi-millionaire.
He's going to have an ego.
Yeah.
He wants to get away from LeBron. He wants to
Shine.
shine.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And at 25, I understand, because I was 25 once. I thought I'd be a millionaire by the time I was 25. Okay? And so you get these grandiose ideas, and can't nobody tell you nothing.
Right.
Can't nobody tell you nothing
At all.
25. Especially if you got money.
Right.
So Kyrie has to, you know, possibly just learn.
Well, that's
relax.
okay. Let the brother go and flock his wings.
I mean, that's what
I mean, you
Right.
know, because if he doesn't, you know, he won't know until he do. And that's what life is all about. You got to try it.
Right, he's got to
You know,
try
so
it.
he can
And
say he
he's got to
did it.
understand, too, that, you know, the organization got to look what's best for them.
Exactly.
But if he ain't going to play up to optimal, then there's no reason.
Right. You
You
know,
know,
why
hold him back.
why play second when you can be first?
Well, why pay him if he's not going to play up to the level he can?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So what else is going on, guys, in the news? This is your show.
All right.
Well, what's going on in the news?
Anybody watch the Game of Thrones?
I watched the
love
Game
that.
of Thrones.
I thought so.
That is
I
one of my
knew John
favorites.
be watching the Game of Thrones.
I read every single
What
book.
is it about? What's the big deal about this Game of Thrones?
To me, I mean, if you're a big sci-fi reader, or if you're a big Tolkien fan, as I've been, and those kind of things in that genre,
Okay.
I think, to me, that particular author, he's like the Toy Story or of that kind of genre. He deals more in the emotional and that kind of part, but it's still that soul sci-fi thing with the, you know, and I think that's why everybody, because the books were really, really good.
Okay.
How
many
I might have been
books are they?
disappointed on the last one, but
How many books have they written already?
they're huge.
Okay.
So they're like, to me, the books are like that thick. To me, there's like 2 or 3 books in the book
Oh,
itself.
okay.
But I think there's 4 or 5.
Interesting. Well, I can see I like all
They,
that.
and the show has made some changes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right. So that throws off anybody who's like a read the book, so you're like, wait a second, that didn't happen in the book. You know?
Well, you know what? I like all the gladiator. I like the gladiator look. The fighting, the sword, and all that. I really get into.
Well, I always
those,
like good against this evil.
Right. Yeah.
Let me ask you something. Is there any black folks in the Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Because it concerns me about some of these futuristic shows.
They kind of phase out
like,
people
well,
of
like
color.
Warner Brothers. They got ugly looking aliens and ugly looking, thingamajiggums,
Right.
but they ain't got no
brothers.
brothers.
They phase them out.
Or they may have one brother and no sisters, or one sister and no brother.
Yeah.
But I'm like, come on, John, what's going on?
Yeah.
There's some people of color in the Game of Thrones.
Thank you.
Especially when they were dealing like in the southern continent, but now they're back on the northern part. They're getting phased out.
They always have a way of moving us on to the side.
The brothers ain't in the future, y'all. So y'all know we're in the future. Just let y'all know that.
But one
they
thing
don't have y'all
is
there.
not as many as the Dragon Princess, her army, they mostly people of color.
Okay.
So that's about
the Dragon Princess.
The Dragon Princess.
Okay. Princess of the Devil. So y'all know that's what they think of y'all. Y'all
The Targaryen.
Targaryen. Okay. So
and it's amazing because you find out that her and one of the heroes of the show, Jon Snow, her and Jon Snow are actually brother and sister, even though his whole family got wiped out because he was the bastard. I don't know if I can say the word. Child of that side of his father's side,
right.
Got wiped out. But he really wasn't his father's child. He was actually the king they assassinated's child because the king forced himself on his mother. Wow. But he doesn't know this yet, and she doesn't know this yet. But he too could probably communicate with the dragon. It's just like.
I'm gonna have to watch it from the very beginning.
And that his brother,
his
other brother who's who's challenged, but he has great telepathy.
Telepathic
powers.
Yes.
He might be actually the evil guy because for some reason his soul comes back over and over and over again. So he's actually might be fighting himself. And he's actually the person who started this whole mess.
And that's the Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
All wrapped up for you.
It's kind of interesting.
Because
Because you think the most challenged person in the whole story might actually be the push of the whole story. Okay. Even though he spends most of the time being pulled around and picked up and carried around. And that,
Interesting.
Anybody seen Planet of the Apes?
Now that I want to see.
I want to see. So
that.
I had a big thing about seeing that.
Because I like the Planet of the Apes.
And I love the Planet of the Apes, me too.
Yeah.
So that's my next movie to see.
I should go see that this evening because I can get
I think they did a good job.
citizen rate.
I think they have this series of Planet of the Apes have done a real good job.
Think so?
Yeah, it's not up to the level of the old school. With what's it? Was that Charlton Heston? Or Richard Burton? Not Richard Burton. The guy who Burt Lancaster.
Burt Lancaster. There we go.
Right. So I want to go see this. I want to go see this too. The Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. Oh, that's the guy.
Wow, that's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
The apes don't want war, guys. So hey, we got to go check out Planet of the Apes. That's a good movie to go see. Any other good movies out there?
Dunkirk might be a good movie.
Oh, the military.
The military movie. I like
only
military
because
sometimes.
I don't think we have enough movies about World War I, and I would like to see
we haven't had one out lately because what was that used to
most of them is about World War II, but World War I was actually the first World War
Did Tom
that
Cruise
was
play in one of the movies or war movies over in Germany or something? I remember seeing that.
Dude from Cleveland. You're talking about him, but then he did Saving Private Ryan.
Yes. Yeah,
that was all World War II. I think World War I is a good because that's that transition into really the modern age.
And then the other actor, he is so handsome, Idris.
That movie I want to see, The Black Tower.
Another
good series of books
Yes.
Stephen King, The Dark Tower, and I don't realize people realize in The Dark Tower his hero was a black guy.
Okay.
And so that's perfect that they're going by the book. I was sort of afraid when I heard this movie it was going to, they're going to put a white guy there.
Right.
When it specifically stated.
Right.
Right in the book.
Okay.
You're like, wait a second. I got this all.
Don't go changing the game.
I mean, you
Right,
can
don't
change
change.
something,
Yeah.
but don't
But
change.
that's Hollywood for you.
Yeah.
Don't change,
Matter of fact, it may be a rumor,
It's one of the reasons I
but they're having a movie coming out about Harriet Tubman and the Underground Railroad.
Okay.
And guess who's playing Harriet Tubman?
Who?
Meryl Streep.
How's that possible?
Wait a minute.
Meryl Streep is playing Harriet Tubman.
What they doing? Changing her color?
I'm just joking.
Oh,
I'm looking at
I'm
him
like, come on now, Hollywood.
that's too much. That's too much. Gone too far.
Well, I mean, they
But I
had
love
Liz
Meryl
Taylor.
Streep, though.
They had what Elizabeth Taylor playing Cleopatra.
True.
Well, when are we gonna have a black Jesus Christ?
Well, Cleopatra too was half. She was Greek.
But what about
And
Jesus
Egyptian.
Christ? I would like to see a black Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
man.
Now Cleopatra one. That's a
would
totally
be-
different story.
Right.
What?
That would be a totally true story then.
Okay,
Right.
a black Jesus Christ. We need to have one of them around Easter time.
Sure.
Okay, I would love
Well,
to
to show
see
that Jesus was a person of color. He was born in Israel, Africa.
Yes.
That's the kind of Africa.
But I've not seen him black
At
yet
that
in-
time,
in
there weren't. I'm
Hollywood,
pretty sure.
Right.
They were majority people of color, unless you were Greek or Roman or something like that.
I mean, come on. I mean, when the Bible clearly says, "I'll send my son; he'll come out of Egypt," and during those days there was no white folks up in Egypt
Well, there was
because
Greek.
they would have been looking for him.
Right, he would have stayed
He
out,
just-
but he
he just-
looked to people who were there.
Right.
So it's quite obvious,
Well, Hollywood, that will be something for you to do. Is to
Yes.
give us a
Like
black
you see
Jesus
a lot of those
Christ
Greek
in the
Orthodox
movie.
churches.
Right.
He's a person of color. Ever noticed that?
Absolutely. Well, they even said down in the bottom of the Vatican, there sits a picture of Mary and Jesus, and he's black.
Okay.
But it's in the basement of the Vatican.
Where they
That's
keep
something.
everything locked
Yeah,
up.
yeah, everything.
Right.
Uh-huh.
But I say that's one of the reasons I love going to Greek Orthodox churches is looking at the murals and because they stay to when the church start before they split
Okay.
and all the division came. So at least the mosaics, you see that each of the apostles, different people of color and hues.
right,
and
that's
things.
right.
So it's like wow, it was really show you how it was. How it was. It was really people of color moved that.
Yeah, there
You know.
was not trying to be a secret.
No, but you got to think back in ancient days, the whole skin color thing wasn't a thing.
Right. I could believe that.
It was
that.
mainly culture and it was mainly class. What standing you are. I mean, you could have been a nobleman. Like in Rome, you could be a noble, but you was poor as heck. But you were noble. People recognized it. But if you didn't pay your bill, they still sent the collector around. Like,
That must be paid.
Yeah. So it was totally everything was totally different than what
It is today.
Right.
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I'm interested to see who's going to make it for mayor of the city of Cleveland.
Yes.
Who's going to win this race?
Pretty obvious to me. But you go ahead and you can argue amongst yourselves. I already know who's going to be our next mayor.
Oh, who's going to be the next mayor? Because a lot of people are saying that Frank Jackson is coming back in.
He already is.
He's
Yeah.
going to be the next mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not going nowhere.
They're not. He's not finished with his mission, and people,
Well, no,
the others still want him in place. His job is not done.
Well,
What's your feel about that? What's your take?
I think it will be entertaining, more than just entertaining. I think for the young man we had on our show, what's his name, Johnson?
Yes.
I think it's a good for him, as well as it might be a good one for Reed.
Right.
To me, it's going to come down who has the better vision and know how to incorporate. As it is now, it's Frank Jackson keep on doing what he's doing. he probably will win again.
I want you to see this headline.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why he's coming back.
Okay.
This headline right here.
Cleveland
Yeah.
Mayor Frank Jackson to boost the minimum pay for the city of workers. Now that's a plus. That's a
You're
big
kidding me?
plus.
I mean, see, he's a very smart person,
Yeah.
and
At the time when they were pushing it with the ballot, he
Right.
didn't go for it.
Exactly.
But he
Now that
waited
he's
for the
coming to
time.
be
Now he's going to
reelected.
run again.
Right.
Exactly.
Make a
Now I'm
difference.
gonna
It's the
give-
timing.
It's timing is everything.
Yes.
Timing's everything. Now you hear people coming to the city, and everyone's having a great time.
Yes.
They're loving the city.
Yeah.
They see that new amphitheater being built, like you said. Now, you know the
The
lakefront.
venues you have, the
Come
things
with
you
the
can
venues,
do.
the events. We got all these things going on in the city.
Yeah.
And it gets contributed to the head, and that's the mayor.
Yeah.
Period. Point blank. And I
And
don't-
this has happened under his watch.
Right, and I don't care how many politicians come in here talking about they want money for their neighborhoods and all that. There is money for your neighborhood.
Right. It's just about knowing how to
There's
go
money.
get it.
Exactly.
Okay.
There's money
It's,
available.
as you say, timing.
Time.
Timing and knowing how to get it and using it properly.
Right.
You know.
Because guess what? All these new things are going on in somebody's neighborhood.
Yes.
Detroit is not downtown. Detroit Avenue is
Right.
not downtown.
Right.
Right.
Detroit Avenue is not downtown.
It's not downtown.
It's called
Right.
West Superior downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And there ain't really that much going on in West Superior.
Right.
But Detroit Avenue on the west side,
Yes.
West 25th, tons of stuff going on.
Yeah, they've made a heck of a comeback. They
All the
did
way up.
rebuilding.
Detroit.
all
Yeah.
the way up.
There's
There's
a lot going on.
study
Lakewood,
building, new
Rocky
places to
River.
live, the condominiums, that
That's
whole
right.
little
That
strip
continuous
there
flow.
That's
is
right.
getting a whole new look.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like you said, it's not getting them. It's what you're doing with it.
Right.
Exactly.
But you
And
know
how
what?
you
It's just
tell
like, oh God, years ago when they started building CMHA up, coming from downtown, going back the other way
Right.
of downtown. They cleaned all that up. That
Yeah.
still has a nice, good look to it.
Yep.
You know, they're keeping it, and I
they're
like
keeping
it,
it up.
and they're keeping it up.
Right.
You know, so that's what's really nice. You know, on your way going downtown, you got that clean, fresh look. And
Right.
so now within your inner communities, your Union, your Buckeye area. Now Buckeye
But that's
area
probably
is
going to be
always,
the next phase of build up.
they have a lot of businesses, storefronts lined up. And I was, the Union area, I was over there, and that's where I was brought up at. I would love to see something, a facelift coming back up Union, you know, because when I was there growing up, we had a grocery store in the corner. We had the laundromat and the dry cleaners. You had your hair salons and your barbershops and things like that. We even had a couple of bars where people actually would just walk down the street to Teal's Lounge and have a little live entertainment, you know, and because they had the
Well,
bar there
that's
and
up
then
to
store on the other
those,
side.
those
So
whoever those councilmen in those
councilmen.
wards.
Yeah, so
and that's why I don't know. Johnson might give Frank still a run on his money because
Let me tell you something.
he's got a lot of great ideas
Here's-
and he's implemented them in his ward.
Okay, but here's something you gotta understand. You gotta understand the market that's gonna spend the money. The market that's gonna spend the money.
Right.
Who are you gonna appeal to? If you want to appeal to the young, white professionals coming out of college, like they've done in downtown Cleveland,
yeah,
like they've done in Lakewood, like they're doing in like on West 25th and those areas, building those places, can't keep space available. There's a glut of it. They don't want just too much. It's just so much people. There not enough places to stay. You got to do the same thing in
Right.
in Union and Buckeye
Yeah.
and places like that.
Right. But
You
there's
have to
plenty of young
appeal.
black professionals too.
Right, but no, but my point is, what are they
Or
building
Hispanic.
for them? What
Right.
are they building?
That's where they need to
right,
go.
right.
That's where
Yeah,
they need to go.
nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
Nothing. I mean, community centers are nice,
Yeah, but who
but
would?
they not going to no community center, bro.
No.
They give me a couple nice restaurants. A couple,
Yeah.
I like what Cleveland Heights has even figured it out. Cleveland Heights has figured it out. All along Lee Road. I remember when Lee Road was dead.
Yeah.
Now they're putting in the restaurants.
Yes.
They're
Right.
putting in the places that young professional people want
Yeah.
to go and hang out.
Got a nice
And
variety, valet parking, the
parking.
whole, and they they
Yes.
gave a whole new look to the
That's
street
right.
itself,
That's
the
right.
flowers and greenery
There
and all
you
of
go.
that. So
There you
it's
go.
welcoming.
It's welcoming.
You know, it says get out your car,
Right.
park it, let's walk down the street
The
and
street,
see what
see
we got
in our
here.
neighborhood.
The boulevard.
Yes.
And it's funny because as I Uber drive, I'm seeing these more white folks moving into these older Cleveland Heights neighborhoods.
Yes.
Right.
Because there was a time where they were getting out
Out
of
of the
there.
Cleveland Heights
Yes, they were
Right.
getting out of
And
Cleveland
I'm talking about
Heights.
living in 2-family houses and stuff
Yes.
like that. They're
Yes.
moving into those things.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, interesting. What is it that Buckeye need to do?
Yes.
They need to do that.
Larchmere's done it.
Yeah, Larchmere, but you know what? Larchmere has always stayed on top.
Right.
They've
Of the
never,
trends.
because I was living over that way, years ago. Matter of fact, when I had my daughter, we lived right there, Northmoreland and Larchmere.
Oh, sure.
And so, and it was always
And
beautiful.
that's always
You-
been an area that always
You
stayed
had
on
a
top.
nice,
in
all your
keeping
variety of
a
stores. They put money
generation
there.
and attracting.
And then they
generation.
wind up building an apartment
And they
complex
got their
there on the
center.
corner, so people could live, and and it's still going.
Right.
And every
Buckeye
year they
just
have
has
their
to do the
festival.
same thing
Yeah.
and really also not accept certain, behaviors. That's
Right.
up to the neighborhood,
Yeah.
as well.
You know my philosophy.
Yeah, Section
Get
8.
rid of Section 8.
Section 8.
Get rid of Section 8 and you will see those neighborhoods soar. Because the landlord gets lazy.
Yeah.
He or
Right.
she is just collecting rent
Yeah.
from the government, and those people only got to pay a percentage of their income, and the fathers can't live there, and so they're just having baby after baby.
Well, they need to come down on the
Well,
landlords
like I
too
said,
and make them stand
stand
up
up
and
and
do
do
their
their
job.
job. That's the whole- to
Because
me-
if the landlord stands up and do his job,
Section 8, it just needs to be
then
updated to
the people
times.
that are living
really-
there
And
will
you're right,
make
but-
them be more respectful
Responsible.
of where they're living and
Right.
taking care of their
But that's up
surroundings.
to even though you're renting and you're doing Section 8, you got a home. You should be, what's the word? Saying, hey, I need to cut the grass.
Yes.
Do these things.
Take pride in
Take
that.
pride in that.
So maybe they need to offer them a class, before they even go getting into these homes, because you got to look at it. A lot of
Right.
these people that are getting Section 8, they may have never lived in a home. They were in an apartment building, or they were living with multi-families.
Right.
So, and when you're talking about growing up, everyone is not fortunate to have both parents or a parent or the grandmother or somebody in the home teaching you how to get up in the morning when you get out of bed
Right.
and make your bed up.
That's
Just
right.
basic
So
things.
maybe that's
so
another- they need
basic
program.
learning,
Right.
basic lifestyle
Housekeeping.
living, housekeeping is something that you get when you're young, that is instilled in you. So when you do get out of the house, get on your own, you carry that with you. So if you don't have that, then you give them a home, they're going to keep it like they're accustomed to living.
Do they still have home ec in high school?
I don't know. That was
That's a good
something that
question.
we took. It was
That's
a
a good
foods
question,
class
yeah.
and a sewing class.
Right.
And then I believe they got rid of
think they did.
industrial arts and things like that, because the guys took industrial arts and they had automotive,
Right.
something that to give you skill.
Right.
And the ladies we took food classes to learn just little basic cooking
Right.
and sewing, so you can know
I
how
took all
to,
those.
stitch up a
Right.
pair of pants. If you want to make something, you
That's
could do
right.
that too.
Right.
So that's a good question to find out. Do they still have it?
Because home ec taught you all of it.
Yeah, you guys, but you need that, so that would help rid a lot of the bigger problems that you have when you're in a section.
I think, Buckeye is, again, maybe the person they had in there, they have had in there for so long. And I do believe the area just
Well, the
needs to
Buckeye
change.
area was once Polish and Hungarian.
Right, Slavic.
Yeah. Okay, so
And there's a lot of them still there.
because they can't go anywhere else. But then we have taken over, and so it has.
They're
turned it
going
down.
somewhere else. That's their neighborhood.
I know, but we have turned it down.
They
and
grew up in
the
that
area.
neighborhood.
We need more than just a liquor store.
Right.
Okay, why do they feel as though every black area got to have the liquor
But
store?
it's up to whoever's the person who's counseling.
You know, we got a liquor store
and
on
how they do
Buckeye, and
that-
we got a wig store.
Right, how they do their
so those are the
development
two
bank.
things that black people need.
and how their development bank is working, you know, and going out there and getting those buyers. Now you got to remember too, on Buckeye, you got that Hughes Center for Cleveland Clinic right there for children.
Yeah.
as well on the corner.
And then around the corner,
and I
you
remember
got,
that was little, and now it's huge.
Yeah.
You know, St. Luke's of course closed, but now it's
They
like
have
assisted living
medical
place.
center right there on 116th before you get to Buckeye. I think it might be Metro. Metro Health or something, but one of the local
Right.
hospitals is right
Well, you
there.
got Cleveland Clinic right
Yeah.
up there. It's like cat a corner from that one church, and then you got Benedictine. But if you go,
Oh, you're
all
talking
way-
about the blind center or the right there in the
That's
corner.
grown. They really have taken each year. They're taking bits and pieces going up. You know how Cleveland Clinic do it.
And then they
by
put a
inches.
new library. They gave them a new library
And
too.
they got a
There's
new
a new library
library.
over there.
So,
you know, so it's just bit
There's
by bit.
cornerstones, but it's changing people's the majority minds, and also for their development bank to do their job and a councilman to do the job.
Yeah.
Because you got Sacred Square right up the way.
Right.
So there is plenty to develop.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty business that you could build in it and tied to that whole.
Because the area is
Sugar
still
Square.
somewhat mixed.
It's still somewhat mixed.
Yes.
It's still. I mean, Shaker Square generates money.
Yes,
So,
well, Shaker Square they've always kept Shaker Square
right.
up.
So you want to build up into and develop up to that, you know, to the younger generation.
Right.
To give them outlets further close to and viable point. I mean, but it's up to.
But look at University Heights,
And giving people a chance.
Mayfield, right here, Mayfield and Euclid. Now that's a whole nother little world over there too.
Yeah.
Mayfield,
Yes.
Euclid.
They've got
Yo.
shopping and all the different restaurants and
Yeah.
apartment complex, so it caters to the K-Stern Western Reserve students
Mm-hmm.
and things like that. That's a nice little strip, and it came along really fast. So you know, the developers, they put money into that.
Yeah.
You know, and I could see something like that even
Well,
being
Metro,
over there,
Cleveland Clinic, Case
because
West,
now they have
137.
that big lot, empty space where Giant Eagle was at Buckeye. That plaza, the little
Okay,
shopping
yeah,
plaza.
yeah,
Now someone needs to come in there
That's
and
right.
clean that
Yeah.
up and
Did
make
Dave's take that
something
over?
happen.
Did Dave's? Or no, Dave's is so close at Shaker Square.
Right. They
that
don't-
he
they
didn't-
need
he
to.
wouldn't take
Right,
that.
right.
Yeah, but you know what? That's those Giant Eagle. Because when I went to the movie theater, I saw the old Giant Eagle that was there at Ridge. Those are hard to get a person customer into, because you got to find someone who's need that much of square footage.
Yeah, it's a lot of square footage.
Right. So it fits that, you know, that you're going to support. If you're going to do something like local, you know, getting someone, helping them getting enough, you know, maybe to express.
Well, you know-
but then again, you got that urban farming that's down the way from there too.
Mm-hmm.
So that you can have a farmer's market and open it up as a farmer's market, you know, for the east side, you know,
Well, you know something.
a 24/7 farmer's market.
Let me tell you what I saw years ago when I went to visit my daughter in Georgia. Now, it was like one of, like a Randall Park Mall area. And what they did was, okay, say like a Macy's,
Okay.
that size store. What they did was, because I inquired about it, it took about maybe 5 or 6 entrepreneurs, and I believe it was family. They bought it. And so what they did was they broke it down into a big shopping area. And it looks like a department store upstairs, because downstairs they had like a grocery store, they had the drug store, they had all these little stores downstairs. And you take the elevator up, and upstairs was a department store. So it looked like a Macy's department store, but it wasn't, because they sectioned off each section. So if I wanted to come and I wanted to sell my jewelry or whatever, I had it all laid out. That belonged to me. Someone else sold clothes, that belonged to them. And so they rented out all these different spaces to all these different business people. And when you walked in there, it just looked like one big shopping
Right,
place.
that's what I was trying
And
to
that
say.
was
But it
was
takes,
very nice.
you know, finding those entrepreneurs, and sometimes finding also the assistance they might need.
Well, they were
to fill in
Korean,
that
and
place.
they were Korean Asians, and they bonded and they put that money together and made use of this
But they had to
building.
get the money from somewhere. So they had
Yeah.
to get investment. They probably got help from the town as well. They said, okay, since we can't get rid of this area, we'll help you in doing this and this and that. So that's, I think, like places like that, that's what they run into. Is what that community's development bank is on its toes. Second, the entrepreneurs you're getting in there, do they have the exact funding or investment they need to do what needs to be done?
Yeah, I thought it was really slick.
So, but you got to make it an easy access kind of way, so they can done in the fast way.
Well, when we get that councilman that's going to come on first Sunday in August, Kanan Gray, who's running, he's going to be a guest on our show, and that's going to be one of my questions I want to talk
Oh,
about.
he's running for Reed's seat, right?
Is that what he's running?
Yeah, he's running. Yeah, he's running for
So
Reed.
he's
So
really
that's
going to
not
be
his
walking
area.
into a development area that's really organized. I think a community that's Reed's done, to me, a fantastic job. So he's got it's a lot of
interested
comparing to. They probably, and what are you going to do? Because this, you're going to some big footsteps there.
Right.
I'm interested to see what the community itself, what is it that they
What do they
would like to
think?
have?
Right.
What changes do they want to see in their community besides safety? What's going to bring money back into your neighborhoods?
Right.
So I'm really interested to hear what the public is saying about what they want to see happen. Maybe because even with a lot of the schools, they've closed those down in certain neighborhoods, and at one time there they were making those places senior citizens apartment living places. So it's going to be interesting to see what's on their mind and what they want to do.
Right. I mean, it's a lot. That's why the city has a lot still to grow. We have, of course, our lakefront where we can still, like I said, there's so much to do here.
Yeah, well,
and we got the east side that we can now start making plans to do things and get people on board. Because it seemed like we were already working out on the west. Now we're going to make that shift so we can bring it all together.
Yeah. Because I know even during the weekday they're having outdoor events over at the Wayne Oval, and I'm loving that because again that's free and it gets you.
And that's
out.
another thing. There's a lot of free things in the city.
So that is really great.
They don't cost you much money really to go to the event. Maybe eating and whatever.
Right,
But you can free something like the
it's a
Metro
good
Parks
way to
thing.
get your
You got
kids and your
free
family and your
entertainment.
friends together
You
and
had,
have fun.
fireworks after the 4. You had free bands, local bands from all genres.
That's right.
And that gives all these local bands a way to show themselves.
Yes, they get to
know.
showcase their stuff and so
Which is awesome.
we just got a lot going on and we are
do.
what's
We do.
Cleveland.
Cleveland is what's happening.
That's right. We are
is.
what's happening.
It is.
And there's never a dove moment here.
That's right.
We are on the move.
Yes, we are.
Definitely on the move.
So great job, Cleveland.
Great job,
Great
Cleveland.
gift,
We love you.
Cleveland.
Yes, absolutely. You are doing great.
Yes.
And now I haven't heard about too many killings and murders.
Oh,
so
I'm loving that too.
That is a great thing. Because
Yes.
normally, summertime, there's always something going on, but
Yes.
it looks like we've gotten a cure for that as well.
Yes,
Love,
indeed.
love. And then,
Yes.
that's another thing. I think we have shown people how a big city should be.
Yes.
Right.
Like our parade when the Cavs won. Everybody else have stuff happening to those kind of events.
Right.
We didn't have nothing.
No, it was peacefully done,
And that's like pretty much unheard on a big metropolitan city.
Yeah, people got along.
And it was like, what, the largest work? Well, now we got
Well, it was so much love in the air.
And I'm
We
telling
didn't see color. We saw winning.
It's so true. And let me tell you how I know. Because like I said, I Uber at times. So many people come to Cleveland to watch their sports teams here.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, there's more Blue Jays fans in this town than Little
Wow.
Rock. Matter of fact, audience, that humming sound you hear
Yeah,
out there,
I hear
that's
at the
their jet
airport.
sitting out there humming all day. The Canadian airplane. That's out
Okay.
there. But what I'm saying is that
people feel comfortable coming into our city and watching us have competition with their teams.
Right.
I mean, they fly in from, I don't care, it could be all the way from the West Coast to the East Coast to Canada and anywhere. You'll be surprised how many people come into our city to watch their sports teams.
That's awesome.
That's something that it gives me an indication how people view our city.
Yeah.
They feel secure and comfortable.
Yeah.
And entertaining. There's good things to do around here.
Plus, we got more hotels
And
that's
it's
still popping up
all
too.
within walking distance.
Yeah.
Well, guys, guess what?
It's
about
that
that time. It's about that time.
Well, I'm just going to say, Clevelanders, listen, you guys are doing just a wonderful job. And I got to give a shout out to the policeman that was that's in Shaker Heights. That's where I live. He got a phone call. It was done on Facebook. They were talking about it. And I guess if someone was complaining that the kids were making too much noise. However, he came out to see what was going on and wind up partying with the kids. And they were teaching him how to do the line dance. So, we can have a good time here in Cleveland. Even our cops are, taking a better attitude about dealing with our public. So everyone,
Communication.
yes,
Communication.
and just keep it going. Let's
Keep
have
loving,
a
keep
continually peaceful, wonderful, enjoy the summer. Watch your kids when they're out at the pools and enjoy all this free event. And stay tuned with us next Sunday on What's Going On with Sir John
And Lady D.
All right.
Love you
For
guys.
once in a
Love
while.
you. Okay.
I feel great.
I'm going to that
Not even
restaurant.
fair
What did
minute.
you call the name of that restaurant again?
Boilers.
Boiler 65.
Boiler 65. I
From
got to call
Detroit.
that guy.
For you and me.